Well, hello folks, welcome along to the channel. As you can see, we're back doing some trucking. Apologies for the slight break in these episodes. So we are taking a truck from Nice of used plastics, that exciting delivery of used plastics, all the way up to Florence in Italy. So it's maybe not up to Florence because it's kind of you have to go across to get there. There's a good reason for that, and we'll talk about that in a second. Also, I want to talk about some changes to the schedule in relation to ETS2 videos, at least for a few weeks. And so a few things to talk about, and also a big announcement. Well, it's a pseudo announcement here from ETS2. Not ETS2. They don't announce anything. It's SCS, the makers of ETS2. It's a rather cool announcement for the new update. So all that in a second. But let's have a look at the map and what we're going to be doing on this journey. So we're going to be taking a drive down from Nice. We dropped our previous one up here at MVM, but we're actually in Nice proper at the minute. We're going to try and pick up this photo opportunity there, and actually we're taking a very similar route back to where we were past the marble quarry, and then we're taking a left there, not going to Livorno. We're going into Florence, and we're going to Florence because we have not been there. There's only two more cities in Italy that we haven't picked up. Florence is one of those, so we're going to try and pick that up today. Yeah, I mean, Nice, I have not properly driven around Nice, actually. If you remembered, I think we've driven past it, we just have not driven round it. So I'm going to come back in a second when we get over the road into the other part, and we'll see. I guess it's like Nice Harbour, because it's, I think, as I remember, quite a well, it's where the rich and famous, or some of the rich and famous, leave their fancy yachts, if I remember rightly, or at least close by to Nice. So yeah, I guess that's what it is, but we'll see in a second. I wonder if that's what it is. I don't know what that is. Looks like a stadium just behind the trees here on the right. We'll see it in a second. It's in the right sort of place. Yeah, so see that on the just over there. Is that the the Nice stadium in Nice that's going to be so really massive? What is that? Is that Stade Velodrome, or is that somewhere else? We're taking a left here anyway, so we are going to get to see this. Oh, nice work, sir. Nice work. Right, we'll take a photo of it and we'll figure out what it is. It's probably given it the wrong name, but let's find out. Looks pretty darn impressive, if I don't say so myself. Let's have a look. The Nice Football Stadium. I mean, it's very, very nice looking. What is that called? So, nothing particularly exciting at the Stade de Nice. Or I think there was another name for it, but they're not actually allowed to call it that. The Stade Velodrome, where is that? I mean, it's a French stadium, but I'm not entirely sure. Where is that? I feel I should know that. Is that Marseille? Is that Marseille? Not sure. Anyway, we're en route. We have picked up that photo opportunity, so that is good. And we've got just over 6 hours on this drive to get into Florence. A lot of this drive will be similar to what we have experienced, but just going the other way. So maybe because there has been a bit of a break between videos, you probably won't recognise that anyway. But it is a nice part of the world to be driving, and we certainly haven't been on this part of the road before, I think, in an episode. The bit we're on at the minute. 259 miles to go, and we're expected to get there at 10 o'clock, but we are quite tired. We also need some fuel, so we'll be stopping off at some point halfway, I imagine, to grab a bite to eat and have a bit of a sleep. I think one thing I did want to talk about right up the start of the episode is that the slight change to the schedule on the channel in relation to ETS at the minute. So we're in the wrong lane. Jesus. I mean, I hardly touched him. Coming through to a toll, but there's nothing I could do. I should have noticed it, but I didn't. And so, yeah, so previously we've been doing, it's been on a sort of 6-day schedule, and so it's not been on a defined day. I've gone in the wrong one, I think. Oh, slow down. So we are going to be putting the ETS2 on a Monday. And there is reason for that, and so it does mean there will be less ETS2 videos that will be released. I don't know where this guy... Oh my lord. What you doing? You're not coming in as well. So yeah, there'll be one video every week for the next probably about a month or something like that. That's hopefully won't be too disappointing. So it is quite a big reduction in the amount of ETS2 content on the channel. It's going to come back. Obviously, when Greece is released, we will be having a much more regular set of much more regular content from ETS2. What an absolute glorious little road this is! Look at this, cliffs everywhere. I don't recall being on this road before. Look at this. It's absolutely madness. So the reason for that is mainly because there is a new DLC for Gas Station Simulator that's come out. You might have noticed a video that's already been released on that, or maybe one or two that will be released by the time this comes out, and that is the Tidal Wave DLC. So it's basically the game has been, your gas station is on a tropical island, which is rather fun. So I'm focusing in on that for a little bit, and then I can do a you're going to come back. Yeah, focusing in on that for a little bit, and then we'll bring back ETS2 into its regular slot. And as we sort of finish that up, sort of things will go back to normal. So that's what we're doing. That's why we're doing it. Hope it's not too disappointing. We need a sleep by the look of it. Is there anywhere to sleep? Yes, we've got a sleeping place just up there. So that's rather convenient. That is we just get over the border and we can have a good sleep there. Right, I'll see you when we get there. Right, here we are. Bed has gone red. We need just to pop in here. There we go. We're just having a sleep, and then we're going to probably double sleep this, because we don't want to be driving at 2 in the morning. Well, it's 11 o'clock. Just going to pull back here, and then we're going to go and just grab some petrol as well. That's interesting. I don't know whether you've noticed this, but I feel I am seeing more, certainly around things like this, service stations, seeing like more movement of cars around service stations. Is that always been in the game, or actually is that a new addition to the game? They're sort of making things a little bit more realistic. And there we go again, another like truck coming through. It used to be dead in here, but I've just seen like there's a car and now a truck driving around. I can see another truck behind me as well, which is kind of nice. It's nice not that this all feels a little bit more real. I've got a Mini there. Right, so we're all good. Had a good sleep. It's Friday at 11, well, almost noon. We've got £480,000 in the bank, or euros in the bank. So we certainly can start to think about looking to afford some additional trucks and filling up our I'm not sure what number base we are now, but the one we bought out in Sicily, and then we'll have one more to buy in Sicily for the achievement, the Sicilian, what's the True Sicilian Achievement, where we need to have a base in all 3 of the Sicilian cities. So it's one of the things that we're trying to do at the minute. There's the police. Don't mind me. Oh Christ! I just almost drove into that. Okay. I guess another question. With the police there, would I have been picked up for speeding if I had been going over the limit for a police car that's just kind of doing that job, or do they actually need to be physically driving? Is it just any police car that will do that, or is it one that is physically behind you, or driving on the road? That would be a useful thing to know, so I don't have to just randomly stop and panic every time I see any sort of police, which is pretty much what I do in this game. Not in real life. Anyway, folks, we'll drive along a little bit longer down the road, and then I want to talk a little bit about the new announcement from ETS2 regarding, or SCS regarding, the new update, which is the 1.50 update. So I think there's already something about trailers that have been released about that, but they've got some other information which looks really, really cool, and I want to talk about that. So I'll see you in a sec. So we're just going past here the turn off to the marble quarry that we were in the last episode. There is a nice little interesting looking road coming off here. Let me know if this is worth actually having a little go on. It looks like it's a lot of movement up there, and I guess this is probably a bit of a mountainous area anyway. So let me know if that's a worthwhile route to go on. But yeah, so SCS have been starting to release some bits and pieces about the 1.50 update, which is exciting. They've not released an awful lot. As I said, there was something about a trailer pack being released alongside it, but I mean, I haven't really done much with trailer packs, so that doesn't massively excite me. The only one I did was the German company, where there was a little village and so another location on the map and factory. So it felt like that was worth it. It was a nice little. It was Vincent, wasn't it? The little village. It was very, very, very pretty with the. I can't remember the company. Feldbinder. That's it. The Feldbinder factory, which was pretty good. What is that guy take? It looks a pretty neat delivery. Oh no, I thought it was an aircraft fuselage. It's not. It's just a milk float or something. So what they have released is some information about a partnership with Scania, which is going to increase what is at the Scania factory in Södertälje, which is in Sweden and right next to Stockholm. That's where your Scania Truck Lovers Achievement is from, so you need to take for that a Scania truck from there to somewhere else on the map, or deliver one on the back of your truck, not drive a Scania truck. So that's the achievements. That was already in the game, but they are now putting in the Scania Demo Centre, and there will be a test track that they're putting in, which you can go on. This is going to be about 5 kilometres, so there's 3 kilometres, maybe a bit longer actually. There's 3 kilometres of just road, then there's 2 kilometres of forest road, and then 3 kilometres of gravel road. So it sounds like it's going to be absolutely fantastic, and they have done a one-to-one mirror of this in what this looks like in real life. So this is exactly what it looks like in real life, which I think is rather cool. Yeah, looking forward to that. I imagine there'll be some sort of achievement for finishing that, won't there? Something. They must put something in in the game for that. I don't know what, I mean, they don't normally do that sort of thing. They haven't really released any more information about what's coming out. I wonder whether linked into that we will have maybe the Switzerland rework, perhaps. I'm not sure, but let me know your predictions about what we are going to see in 1.50. I guess very few of us necessarily predicted the improvement to the skybox that they did in the last update, and that has been an absolute epic. It has really improved things. Everything looks more realistic when you're driving round. It's a massive difference that makes, surprisingly massive difference. What? Oh, hello. I guess the other question about police. So if you've just been picked up by the police, are we now immune? Because can we get picked up by the same police car? Because he's not doing anything. Drive right up to him. So I'm looking forward to having a go on that and seeing that in the game. I think it's just a really nice improvement. There we go. 26 out of 27. Florence is discovered. We're going to be creeping into Florence. It's just on the right. We actually got here quicker than I thought. So $72 toll there. I'm just going to slip inside. No, we're not. And we're taking a right here into Florence. Nice. Had a fun crash in between episodes where I was trying to get to a delivery from the place we delivered it to, which was that kind of weird place back on ourselves underneath the road. I was driving back from there and I didn't notice that these bollards had suddenly appeared in the middle of the road. I thought it was just kind of like paint. It turns out they were very much not paint, and it completely wiped us out. It wasn't pretty. I ended up sideways across the guardrail, and so I couldn't actually move. And we had to kind of abandon what we were doing and get picked up and sent back. So here we are in Florence. This looks like it's probably the commercial side of Florence. I don't know whether there is kind of the old town, that sort of thing. Right, there we go. Nice. So not far to go, and we're actually getting to this way. We will be going past question mark, so we'll pick that up, and then it's just down there on the right, but I suspect we will see Florence in all of its glory. What was that? I think that was actually a road, even though it was made of sand. Sometimes this game is very confusing. This is pretty though. It's not what I expected, in all honesty. I thought Florence was a very, very kind of oldie worldy pretty city, not quite what we're seeing here. This feels more commercial, more industrial. But maybe, as always, maybe I'm not in the right parts of it yet to be able to see those things. Right, here we go. We have arrived at Logistico. Right. No hope. We can do that one. Yeah, I think those ones where you've almost got no room. I'm not quite at the stage of being able to kind of jackknife the truck into the location. That seems just so hard. Hello, mate. We're just going to drop it down here. So, not quite. There we go. There we go. So we've hit Florence. Next up, and we'll just have a quick look at the map. 129 World of Trucks contracts completed. We're almost at level 29, which is very exciting. And we're trying to complete the Imperator Achievement. And so to do that, what we'll need to do is to go to Casino, or Casino? I don't know how to say that other than Casino. Not sure how easy it will be to get a job there, though. Or job 2 there. It feels like that's the sort of place where you get very few jobs there. Let's have a look, quick look here. Just doesn't, it's hardly surprising this. Yeah, it's not popping up immediately. That's the freight market. No, I don't see it. So we're going to have to figure out a way to do that, I think. Anyway, folks, successful trip all the way here to Florence. We have picked up yet another city in Italy, and we're very, very close to completing this Imperator Achievement and be able to complete all of the arrived at all of the cities here in Italy. Where we go after that, I'm not sure. We still haven't fully explored Austria, but perhaps we will head back over here. Or maybe we'll come up here towards Finland and do some stuff up here. There's a few achievements up there, and I did promise I was going to put a garage in one of the Finnish cities. Right, folks, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again. Bye-bye.